what is really sad is, um, besides all the big things, sometimes in life you notice the small things, and the small things add up, and they can sometimes hurt more. Of course, there's like, oh, there's this sign that I should have noticed, but even just after things fall apart, noticing the small signs that have already changed when you thought those would be consistent for a while, or at least it's not making sense. Basically, you know, I I I used to think things were equal. Eventually realized, hey, I'm putting in a bit more, but that's all right. And I realized I was putting in a lot more, and yet again, that's fine. But I never realized essentially that I was not even just a zero to them, in the sense that I was essentially nothing, but I kind of feel as if I'm less than zero now. I'm sitting here reminiscing, missing, just crying. I hadn't cried for a little bit, honestly, about it. It hit me today. I was driving, and I just I couldn't do it. My hands went numb, my arms went numb, my vision blurred. Last night, even when I was in bed, my vision completely went out. But that's just like the dehydration, not really having a full meal. I ate like four chicken nuggets today. That's the most I've had so far. It's really tough. And even that, I nearly threw up. So, but it's weird. You notice all these signs, like at a certain point, the gleam in their smile just isn't as vibrant, and they don't have the same enthusiasm to talk to you. And even after it all just ended, it's like, oh wow, wait, you don't even follow me on Spotify? Did you ever? And then it's like, oh, all those playlists I made for you, huh? They have zero likes, huh? And it's just like either instantaneously they were like, thank God I don't have to worry about this anymore, and just can get rid of every memory. It's like, oh, every selfie, every screenshot of anything cute he's done, just boop, gone. I don't care. Or it's like they meticulously just have been getting rid of it over time, and I never even noticed that. Either way, it's like I just I don't know how people do that, because like it's not like this is the only person in the world that's ever done something akin to that. There's many people who will just like flip a switch and be fine when you wouldn't expect them to, given how they acted previously and all that. And it's just like it's really hard to grasp. And then in this specific case, I'm left here wondering, did I do something? What specifically was it? I mean, now I know there was a lot of issues from the beginning, but yet I was still here when I found out my message. I literally went like, hey, I don't know if I did something to cause this, but I'm sorry. I literally apologized as all this shit was going down right away. I'm like, that's how stupid I am, because like that's how unconditional my caring for them is. Like I would have been willing to work past this if they wanted that. Now obviously they don't. That's why obviously they don't. That's why this situation happened to begin with. But it's like it just goes to show how much you can put somebody on a pedestal and not even actually be a footrest for them. Like they would think of you even below that, and they would just have you crawl on the floor, essentially. And it's just really sad. And then you're here like, oh, what does this person have? I don't. Maybe besides the obvious. And then it's also apparent, like, well, I'm sitting here, pre-commentating, just venting about somebody who's not going to watch this, to a second channel with like no subs, where like five people are going to watch this and not even going to be able to properly relate, because like this is one of the only forms of like coping I have right now, with like Minecraft footage in the background. It's just it's like, well, no wonder people don't want to spend a significant amount of time with me. And so it's hard. Um, one ironic thing is, uh, the only motivation I have right now is to my book a little bit. You know, that's been on and off for like fucking 8, 9 years now. But I notice every time I'm depressed, that's when I write it. So hey, maybe this depression will be bad enough I finish it, right? Probably not. I feel like that's impossible for me because you set certain goals in life, and if you accomplish those like long-term, super lifelong goals, I mean, what do you have at that point? What do you keep working towards? That's why I'm scared to eventually finish college. I mean, from there, I'm like, oh shit, got to get like a super adult job, you know, and that's just stressful. I mean, ideally, I make enough money so that somebody is willing to stay with me in the future, but it's like, I just, I don't know, man. Everything, life was good for a long time, and it's just hard to realize, hey, wait a second. It wasn't even good. I just thought it was, you know? It's like my mind was playing tricks on me in addition to just other people. It's just, I don't know. I know in the description of the last spot, I was like, hey, I'm probably done doing this stuff for a little bit, but this one, you know, low effort. I just felt like I had to say this, so I wanted to say it, and so I have said it. Um, that's that. I probably gotta sleep. I have had like 5 hours in the past 2 days. I actually didn't even know that was like properly possible. Like I'll stay up until I'm pretty much about to pass out, and then I do pass out, but then it only lasts for like an hour or something, you know, like hardly long at all. And then I wake up and it's like it's 5 a.m. after falling asleep at like 3:30, and then I just can't fall back asleep ever. And I try to nap during the day, and it's like ha ha ha, you thought nope, and just yeah, truly, truly lost right now, you know, because I had my visions set in some ways. Like I was gonna do this, and then I was gonna get this, and then I was gonna go here, and then I was gonna do this with them, and it was gonna be fine. And just even the plans that I had mentioned were a possibility were just never gonna happen, even if they like went through. Like just no way it would have worked because they would have been like, just kidding, I don't care. It's like just I don't know. Really, really hard to accept. That's about it right now. I'm just yeah. That's about it. I'm sure I could keep talking, and I'm sure I will again at some point. But just keep your head up, I guess. I try to do that with mine, but I don't have the energy to lift up my head, to be honest. I'm like slouched back pretty far in my chair. I had to turn my chair so I could be close enough to the mic to get it to hear me. So, yeah, okay. That's it. Peace.